In this video, we will look at some common prefixes found in music and sound and discuss their connection to prefixes commonly used in mathematics. One important word in music relates to two notes where one's frequency is twice the frequency of the other. This is easily heard by plucking a string and then cutting the string's length in half and plucking again. The second sound is twice the frequency of the first. The word that relates to this, though, does not have to do with the number 2. In fact, the word is octave, whose prefix is oct, which relates to the number 8. The reason why the word octave is used is because of musical scales. For example, for the C major scale, the notes are C, D, E, F, G, A, B. But after that seventh note, B, the scale repeats starting at C again. So the octave above the first C is the 8th note. We also see the same prefix in the words octagon and October. An octagon is an 8-sided shape, and October used to be the 8th month in the Roman calendar. The language commonly spoken around Rome was Latin, which is where the prefix originates. In most modern music, the octave is divided into 12 notes. So while the C major scale has the notes we described earlier, there are a few more notes between the two Cs. We can see this on a piano with the black and white keys. The octave is the interval between notes in the same pitch class, but the interval between adjacent notes on a piano is called a semitone, or half step. The interval from C to C sharp is a semitone. The prefix semi means half, and we also see it in the words semicircle and semifinal. A semicircle is half of a circle, and a semifinal is one of 2 games before the finals. Semi also comes from Latin, but there is a different prefix for half that comes from Greek, hemi. We see this prefix in the word hemisphere, which means half of a sphere. If a semitone is a half step, then a whole tone is a whole step. The interval from C to D on a piano is a whole tone. An interval where the 2 notes are separated by 3 whole tones is called a tritone. We see the prefix tri, which also comes from the Greek and Latin and means 3. We see this same prefix in triangle, which is a shape with 3 sides. There is another way to divide the octave besides semitones, using what are called cents. There are 1200 cents between octaves, which means there are 100 cents between semitones. This reminds us of 100 cents to $1 and 100 years in a century, which demonstrates cent used as a prefix. We also see cent in the word percent, which means per 100 or out of 100. The number 100 is a base 10 number, since 100 is 10 squared. Another base 10 number is 10 to the first power, which equals 10, and we see this number in the prefix dec. We know this prefix from the word decade, which means 10 years. In the realm of sound recording, we see this prefix in the word decibel. Decibels are a way to measure sound volume, and they are defined using base 10 logarithms. These last 2 prefixes also have origins in Latin and Greek. Music, arithmetic, and geometry were 3 of the 4 subjects which made up the Quadrivium, the 4 classical liberal arts taught in ancient Greece. So, it is no surprise that we see these ancient prefixes used in words we see in music and mathematics.